Hello everybody, hope everybody's doing great today. Appreciate those of you who watch this video. I hope you enjoy it. And today I'll be talking about the Alfred Hitchcock movie, Birds. To me, this movie is kind of like two movies in one. Like the first half of the movie is nothing like the second half of the movie. And I'll explain why right now. So I do remember seeing this as a kid, the Birds, but just pieces and parts of it. Too young to really remember everything. I just remember birds attacking people. That's all I really remember. So, so this is basically me watching it with fresh eyes. And like I said, this movie is kind of like two movies in one. The first act of this movie, it's kind of like a romance movie a little bit, a romance drama. You got a man and a woman to meet at a bird shop and they have a conversation. She thought, I'll bring these birds to him in his cabin, in his house far away. So she does that. She ends up meeting kind of like her love rival a little bit. Another woman who has a crush on the same guy. They're trying to form a relationship, stuff like that. So like the first half of the movie is kind of like a romance drama a little bit. And if you ever want to know how people interacted back then, like man and a woman interacted back then when they're interested in each other, this is a great study for you. It has this give and take conversation. It's kind of teasing her a little bit. It's kind of mean a little bit to her, and she's kind of mean to him a little bit. It's just kind of like, no doesn't always mean no. It just depends on how it's being said and how it's being interpreted in this movie. So the first half of this movie is kind of about romance and a little bit more about, also you can say about family structure, as we have his mom who chases all his girlfriends away. And like, why is she doing that? And you see that really it's because, once her son gets married, she's afraid that she'll be abandoned. She'll be all alone. She just lost her husband, who she's been married to for all those years. And she just doesn't want to be abandoned, type of thing. So you kind of get that structure between a widow mother and her son. And kind of like that relationship between the mother, the son, and his girlfriend. You get that little bit going on in the first half of the movie. The first half of the movie also gives you a little bit of a hint on why these birds start acting crazy. The characters will never give you the answer. They do not give you the answer to why these birds are acting crazy, but if you're paying attention to a conversation over a phone, you kind of get the idea of what made these birds start attacking people. So it's kind of up to you. It's kind of like a mystery where you will know the answer of why it is, but the characters never figure it out in this. So then you get to the second half of the movie, and then it kind of changes into like a horror movie, I guess a little bit, you can say. The birds start attacking the humans just out of nowhere. It's kind of like a gradual thing, and then it's like a full-blown thing where they're just attacking everybody in town. And then you get kind of to another storyline or another part of society about outsiders, how outsiders can be conceived as being dangerous and evil. As these birds are attacking, they start to blame our female lead because she's came out from out of town. The town was nice and peaceful. None of this crap was going on. None of this horror stuff was coming on. Now she's been in town for a couple of days. Birds are attacking. So it has to be her fault. She's the outsider. She's the one that brought all this trouble. And you can kind of see that today. There's many examples of it. Just pick one. I'm not really going to get into that. It's up to you to digest that. But, that is kind of like a theme throughout history. Talking about, World War II. You got World War II, the Jews, the Jews are the problem. Everybody always uses the Jews as scapegoats. The very easy thing. And I love the conversation that they had in the cafeteria. One guy's like, it's the end of the world, and they're all talking about trying to figure out why the birds are attacking, or if it's even true, because at that time the attacks were few. It's great. I like it. It's a great scene, very well written. And this movie is very well written. I love the dialogue that goes on in this movie. Do I think this is the best Alfred Hitchcock movie ever? No, I think Psycho. I like Psycho. I'm going to try to watch Vertical's on Amazon at the moment, but it's getting ready to go off the air time. If I do publish a review on Vertical, it probably won't be on Amazon Prime anymore, but I want to try to catch that one. and do a review on it. I never seen Vertical, and but I hear it's one of the better Hitchcock movies. I love Hitchcock, but I don't think this is his best movie. See, I'm just looking off of my notes real quick. What else? Is there anything? Blaming Outsiders. That's about all I really got on the birds. So do the birds look real? I mean, today, if the birds were made, everything would be CGI, right? Because they got the computer thing. And this is why I kind of like the old movies. You know, sometimes they pull off stuff like how do you shoot birds attacking? Like, you can't really get real birds attacking people. So, you know, it have to be like fake birds doing it. Does it look real that these are actual birds attacking people? And then the question to that is yes and no. When the birds are swooping down, you can kind of tell there's some kind of movie magic. I'm not somebody who studied the art of movie making, but you could tell that it's not real birds attacking them, that there's some kind of movie magic going there. They do far away scenes where all the birds are gathering. Those look very realistic, and stuff like that. And birds attacking people, sometimes it looks realistic and sometimes not. Sometimes you can tell it's kind of like a puppet or something, you know, a fake bird doing it. But for the most part, I think Hitchcock does a great job of pulling it off. It looks realistic enough to make it believable, okay? It's not like it looks really fake, like, oh my gosh, that's so fake. It pulls you out of the movie, you know, out of that universe. Everything looks realistic enough to keep you in to the movie to make it believable. But, you know, there is part of you can kind of tell that it's not like it's a fake bird kind of thing, but it's not outright fake. I hope I'm explaining it right. Anyways, I would recommend The Birds. If you've never seen The Birds before, discuss a cinematic history, and I would recommend it for that. It can get kind of boring, especially the first half is, like I said, it's more like a romance type of movie, and stuff like that, but it is interesting, kind of slow. Then the birds attack. It kind of picks up a little bit, and then like the last act where they're all trapped in the house and birds are going everywhere, going crazy. You know, it makes it watchable. So I would recommend this. It is slow. The ending is kind of ambiguous, like especially with the female lead here. She's clearly traumatized. Like I said, you never find out through the characters. Like the characters never really find out why the birds are attacking, why the birds are attacking. You never find out why they are attacking, okay? Repeated myself multiple times there. But that's up for you. You can know if you just pay attention to conversations. The female lead at the end, this is in a tragedy movie. It's a tragedy. It depends on your interpretation of the state of the mind of our female lead. Is she going to be able to bounce back from what's happened to her, stuff like that? Are they going to have a happy ending afterwards? You know, that's all pretty much open ending. But, you know, I would recommend this. Definitely worth the watch. The female lead is very pretty. I didn't know that. My wife looked her up. I guess she's the the mother of Melanie Griffith. And I'll have the actor's names in the description there. Brain freeze. Anyways, hope you enjoy this. Check out The Birds. Alfred Hitchcock. You can't go wrong with an Alfred Hitchcock movie. Anyways, have a great day. And I'm just glad this is over. My last video of the day. Hopefully it didn't show too much. Have a great day. Bye.